picture show. Some art students in Oregon wrote this book called fucking James Franco. So I had nothing to do with this original book. It contains about 12 fictional stories about my love life. And they're like not very funny at all, in my opinion. But the concept, you could say, was kind of interesting. So we've interpreted all of these stories and turned them into multi-layered videos. You can see there's me in the bed reading from the actual book, and then the reenactments of the stories. There's this public persona, James Franco, that is part my creation, but part, like, half of it isn't. Like, it's half of it's just what, you know, other people write about me or how they perceive me. So this is the way of using my image, or an image that other people have created and representing it. I was only an actor for almost a decade. I had other interests. I kind of wrote privately. I, you know, painted. But professionally, all I did was act. I felt that to be inhibiting. I could prepare for 9 months on a role, but my performance would have a glass ceiling that was dependent on the project that I was in. I remember getting ready to do the third Spider-Man, just thinking, I don't know if I can take it again, if I can take all the work that doesn't seem to have the same, you know, a payoff that is equal to the effort. But as soon as I started branching out and pursuing my other interests, I could say, okay, I have now these other things that I do have more control over. It's a place where more earnest kinds of exploration can happen.
You know, I always think that you're so open to everything, that some things come out great, some not, but you don't care. You're more interested in process than in the result.
I feel like sometimes end results, people just do them to get attention, or the criteria for success is the number of people that liked it. And those goals are not what are most interesting to me. What is most interesting is certain kind of pure engagement with the subject, or uncertainty when going into, you know, a different area.
This is why we're friends. Exactly for that reason. For me, what is the most interesting about James is the incredible urge to make things regardless result. That's the very important thing, because results is not always good or great. And this is exactly what is the core of performance. Did you ever done the sucking air exercise? A short. All the energy and all the air goes into the cells of your body and become food.
I'll do it with you.
So we do it 1-1. The body had to function like a Swiss watch, as a machine. More air, 4. Because body can feel everything intuitively when energy is not focused. 9 on the 4. Now we're going to do the cleaning with the sound. Sound can clean all your spine and create like a tunnel of energy. So first, you have to put your hands on your sex.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Visualize that the sound comes from there, because the main energy in our body is sexual. Sexual energy transport into creativity, into killing, love, everything.
So this has been a method for many, many years?
Before you're born, yes.
Before I was born?
Before you was born. Okay, the sound is ooh. Performance is still very much an alternative form of art. It was in the 70s, Belgrade, we formed a group of young artists. There was only women and there was 4 men. It was in time of Tito, and it was an extremely difficult time because this kind of work was absolutely not appreciated in that kind of countries. You know, running around naked or burning a 5-point star, which is communist symbol, was a total scandal. And my mother and father being criticized on party meetings that what kind of bullshit and what kind of education give to her daughter. Also, I was raised in an incredibly strict background. My mother was major of the army. She wake up in the middle of the night if I don't sleep straight. Like really order. I remember I had a small retrospective, and somebody called her and tell her, your daughter is hanging naked on the wall. I go home, she's sitting in this double-breasted suit, completely straight. She said to me, where you live? I said, in my shop. And you're naked? I say, yes. And she take ashtray from the table, and she's going to throw my head. And I'm thinking, no, I'm not going to move the head, and she's going to smash my brain, and I'm going to die, and she's going to go to prison, and she's going to pay for it. And then I move the head anyway. So I smashed the door behind me. So I got very used to negative critics, and I also developed this attitude that anybody say no to me is just the beginning.